of my board and my staff and the wider museum community. I'm so grateful for this recognition. I just want to share a little bit briefly with what this means to us as a community. Of course, the Morris Museum is no stranger to any of you. It's an institution that's been here for well over a century. I could bet my bottom dollar that many of you had your very first museum experience at the Morris Museum. It was the very first time you ever set foot in a museum. And perhaps for your children and grandchildren, the same kind of experience. So there's no question about who we are and what we've done and our value to the community. But sometimes, you know what they say about prophets in their own land, or institutions, or people in your neighborhood. The Morris Museum, it's easy to take for granted when it's right here among us. So when you have an institution like the Smithsonian come to town and give their stamp of approval, it makes you kind of stand up and take notice. Even for someone like me who works there every day and understands how important and strong an institution it is, but certainly for our community, it's an acknowledgement of the great work that's gone on for well over a century here. It's a great acknowledgement for the investment that the community has made in the institution over this period of time. But it's also a huge challenge for the community to say, oh my golly, goodness, we're really that important. Are we really doing everything that we should be doing to help this institution thrive right here in our backyard? Because, as you've heard, the Morris Museum is the Smithsonian footprint in New Jersey. And so that's a great responsibility that we take on, but also a great opportunity. The challenge for us, of course, is to step out and to embrace that acknowledgement, to embrace those opportunities, while at the same time a certain amount of our reputation is kind of baked in to we're who you've always known us to be, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. At the same time, we strive and we look forward to becoming much more than what you've known us to be, so that we fully live into and live beyond these expectations that the Smithsonian has placed on us. The Smithsonian doesn't pay anything to us. We have access to their facility, to their people, to their exhibits. We have access to all kinds of resources. We still pay for them to come here, but we have our foot in the door like no one else does. And you have essentially the Smithsonian right here in your own backyard. Of all the townships and boroughs in the state of New Jersey, we're right here with you in Morris Township, and we're terribly proud and happy, and we look forward to embracing that challenge and that opportunity, and hope that you'll come along for the ride. Yeah. Thank you.
I will not speak for very long, but I just wanted to express my thanks to you all for this wonderful proclamation. I've been with the museum on the board for 30 years. Don't tell anyone that. So long. But I also have a history in government here. My husband, Michael, whom I think most of you do know, was in the governor's cabinet when the Honorable Tom Kean was our governor. I served in that administration in a far lesser position in the Department of State. Having the Smithsonian acknowledge our presence and allow the Morris Museum to become an affiliate gives me enormous pride for the institution that I've been affiliated with myself for all those years. But that governmental political part in me really feels good about Morris Township, Morris County, and the state of New Jersey. There are only 207, I believe it is, affiliates in the United States of Smithsonian affiliates, out of something like 35,000 possible museum entities. So go for it, New Jersey. We finally got one. There are only, I think it's only one or two more states which do not have affiliations with the Smithsonian at this point. So we were trailing behind, but we've come up big time. So thank you very much.